Today's headlines echo with tension between Israel and Iran, but this rivalry is rooted in a pivotal event, the 1979 Iranian Islamic Revolution. Before 1979, Israel and Iran, under the Shah, quietly cooperated on strategic interests. The revolution replaced the pro-Western monarchy with a Shiite theocracy led by Ayatollah Khomeini, fiercely opposing Western influence and casting Israel as the Little Satan. Overnight, Iran shifted from a pragmatic partner to an ideological enemy, rejecting Israel's right to exist. This hostility became central to Iran's foreign policy, with leaders openly calling for Israel's destruction, a stance that has never softened. For Israel, these threats were taken seriously, fueling decades of security anxiety and shaping the region's geopolitics. Unlike other Arab states that have made peace with Israel, Iran's opposition remains absolute, rooted in ideology rather than territory or resources. This entrenched animosity set the stage for decades of proxy wars, covert operations, and the looming threat of direct conflict. The Israel-Iran conflict has mostly played out in the shadows, through proxies and covert operations. Iran built the Axis of Resistance, a network of militant groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon, and Palestinian Islamic Jihad and Hamas in Gaza, arming them with rockets and funds. Hezbollah, Iran's most powerful proxy, now possesses over 150,000 rockets, posing a constant threat on Israel's northern border. Iran's support for these groups was highlighted after the October 7, 2023 Hamas attack. While Iran denied direct involvement, its backing was undeniable. Israel has responded with thousands of airstrikes in Syria, targeting Iranian weapons shipments and infrastructure, and with covert operations including cyber attacks and assassinations. This shadow war is a deadly chess match, with each side seeking to weaken the other without triggering all-out war. The proxy battlefield stretches from Lebanon to Gaza, Syria, and beyond, keeping the region in a state of perpetual tension. Both nations fight in the shadows, but the risk of escalation is ever present. The most dangerous flashpoint is Iran's nuclear program, which Israel sees as an existential threat. Iran claims its program is peaceful, but secret development, uranium enrichment, and violations of international agreements have fueled deep suspicion. After the US broke the 2015 nuclear deal, Iran's nuclear progress accelerated, heightening Israeli fears. Israel has responded with sabotage, cyber attacks like Stuxnet, and assassinations of Iranian nuclear scientists, including nuclear Nadal. Each Iranian advance brings the region closer to a red line, increasing the risk of a preemptive Israeli strike and massive retaliation. The nuclear standoff is a ticking clock, narrowing the path to peaceful resolution. For years, Israel and Iran avoided direct confrontation, fighting through proxies and covert means. That changed after the October 2023 Hamas attack and the subsequent Gaza war, which ignited multiple fronts. Clashes with Hezbollah forced mass evacuations in northern Israel, and Israel launched major offensives in Lebanon. In October 2024, Iran retaliated for an Israeli assassination by launching nearly 180 ballistic missiles directly at Israel, a historic escalation. Israel struck back at military targets inside Iran, breaking the old rules of indirect conflict. Now, both sides have shown willingness to strike each other's homelands, raising the stakes dramatically. Explosions in Iran and leaked Israeli war plans in 2025 underscore how close the two nations have come to all-out war. The cycle of direct attacks and retaliation has fundamentally changed the conflict's nature. Any incident could now trigger a massive, uncontrollable escalation. As of June 2025, Israel and Iran are closer to full-scale war than ever before. Iran's advancing nuclear program, its ring of fire of proxies, and the collapse of the taboo against direct attacks have created a perfect storm. A direct war would likely see Israeli strikes on Iran's nuclear sites and massive Iranian missile barrages on Israeli cities. Hezbollah and other proxies would open multiple fronts, turning the conflict into a regional inferno. The human and economic costs would be catastrophic, with civilian casualties and a global economic shock if the Strait of Hormuz is closed. Diplomatic efforts have failed to bridge the deep ideological divide. Decades of hatred, proxy warfare, and nuclear ambition have brought the rivalry to the brink of disaster. Without a breakthrough, the world watches anxiously, wondering not if, but when, open war will erupt.